I'm Watch Eric, and on this video, we're going to be discussing the recent increase of prices of luxury watches in the market as gold soars above $1,900 an ounce. So right now the market is hot. Prices are soaring, and the ones that I feel are going up the most, more than any of them, are the gold pieces, especially in Rolex, AP, and Patek. Now, interesting enough, people ask me this all the time. I actually had somebody send me a message the other day wanting me to quote him the price of his old school presidential from the 80s, telling me what's the best you can pay. Right now, gold cracked $1,900. Listen, guys, the price of gold does not affect the price of your luxury watch. It would have to increase way above and beyond to the point that the watch is worth more in gold weight than the actual value. Same goes as if gold plummets, the watch still holds and maintains the price. So that's the first thing that I want to sort out. Just because gold is increasing doesn't mean that the price of your watch increases as well. It just happens to be timing, and it's the same exact time that all this is happening. The price of the gold ounce is soaring, and it's clearly because of the current state of the market. It has been rising since last year in November, increasingly steady. But that has nothing to do with the fact of what's going on with the watches. It just has to do with coincidence. Right now, the market is dry and there is no watches. Whether your boutique has been closed or the manufacturers are not shipping, the demand is still there and the product is low, and there just isn't enough product to supply the demand. So the crazy thing about this exact moment is that as gold is rising due to uncertainty in the market, the prices of watches are soaring also. I'm gonna go ahead and say something. You know, some of you guys at home might not be in a major city like I am. I'm here in Miami, and one thing I want to tell you is there's money in the streets right now like I've never seen before in my life. I don't understand and I cannot explain it. I don't know if every single person out there just happened to cash some checks with this whole government aid or what. I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is that gold watches are flying off the shelf. Anybody that just finally makes some money, what's the first watch that they want? A presidential like this one most of the times. If there's one model that I can tell you that has risen dramatically, is the DayDate 2. The DayDate 2 has done a jump in the last 3 months that has gone almost $8,000 more than before. It's crazy. DayDate 40s have held pretty even. They've gone up a couple $1,000s. But everything else in the gold lineup is just gone. There isn't any. All I'm getting is phone calls for gold watches. No one's really buying steel that much. I don't get it and I cannot explain it. But this is what's going on right now in the market. Another point that I was thinking is that maybe perhaps people are thinking about parking their money in gold pieces instead of stainless steel watches right now that are over retail, which would make sense if someone was trying to just flip over into a hard asset. But it's crazy right now. I'm telling you, it's so hard right now to get gold pieces that I just can't explain it. Prices are strong. Skydwellers. The prices of Skydwellers is something that I would have never even predicted 12 months ago. We're talking mid-40s for a rose gold Skydweller. I mean, they're pretty much retail and beyond. It's crazy to think that right now, and I don't know how long it's gonna hold out. But as of now, the prices are still increasing. So the prices of the gold pieces soaring right now is not in direct relation to the price of gold. I've said it over and over. Gold would have to rise to about $15,000 to $20,000 an ounce for us to finally say, hey, let's take a hammer to the glass and dial of this watch and melt it down. So it really does not affect the price. So when you're sitting there telling somebody that gold is high and the watch should be more expensive, that's only really applying to these older watches that nobody really buys, and usually they're bought based on gold weight. Unlike a ring or a chain where you could just melt down and get the gold value of it, a watch has the brand behind it to support the value in the market. And that's why it's not affected. Could you imagine if the price of gold affected on a monthly basis or even a weekly basis the prices of watches? It would be a shit show. So now a rundown on the brands and the models. Right now, Rolex, anything in gold for the exception of women's models, prices are booming. They're getting almost retail, and on some of them over retail, especially like I mentioned, the DayDate 2s, mostly because they're discontinued and you just can't get any anymore. When it comes to AP, the chronos are almost in the 60,000 range, something that hasn't been seen pretty much never. They've always been in the 40s, maybe almost touching the 50s. Right now they're about 58,000 to 60,000, and it's crazy. Patek 5980, it's crazy. Right back to pre-crisis prices, instantly, just like that. In the last 2 weeks, they just jumped back up. Again, never ceases to amaze me how the 5980 always tends to just bounce right back and slap us all in the face. So if you have a gold watch and you're thinking about selling it, now's the time to sell. The market is hot, and contrary to what you believe, there's a lot of money on the streets right now and watches are moving. So feel free to comment below what you think about the current state of the prices in the market. And if you like this video, like and share it. Also, subscribe to my channel.